Okay, I believe we're live. Probably gonna say that every single time, but assuming that we're going and everything's fine, besides pulling up my chat. Hey everyone, Ethan here, and welcome back to some more Minecraft pixel art. I'm probably changing what I'm calling it every single time I do this, but recreating Pokemon Yellow sprites in Minecraft. This time, we are going back to the 3-stage evolutions with the Nidoran female line. Took a week break after doing the Pikachu and Sandshrew line. So now we're coming back strong with Nidoran female. The colors I'm going to be using for the entire evolution line is blue concrete for the darker color, and then light blue terracotta for the lighter one. And I actually have a little bit of a pet peeve that I want to air out, is that ever since like the World of Color update, I think it was, or maybe it was even before that. I think it was before that. Whenever they changed the wool colors a little bit, specifically like the main ones were like light blue and yellow. Yellow used to look a little like dirtier. I think that them cleaning it up was fine. I don't have a problem with that. The main problem I do have is with the light blue wool, because it completely changed how it looked. I can't provide like a side-by-side right now, but basically it, instead of like kind of like looking like cyan, because it kind of just like looks like, you know, like this is cyan and this is like teal in a way. This like looked more like almost like an ice color wool, which I think worked a lot better. But that's not how it is anymore, and I still mourn the loss of the original light blue wool to this day. So instead we're using light blue terracotta. It's the closest thing. It's not perfect, but I don't think it's that bad at all. I think it's actually pretty good. It's just like a little bit washed out, but I think, like I've kind of said for a while now, you kind of just have to make do with what Minecraft gives you, so I think that's fine. Also, I think I'm going to turn this music down just a little bit, because difficult. Okay, but hello, Chalk. Yeah, I do remember what the blue wool looked like, because I do miss it dearly. But welcome to the stream. We're just getting started here on Nidoran female. I'm actually going to zoom in here so that I don't have to strain my eyes as much. But yeah, and then this is the Heart Gold Soul Silver soundtrack. I think I was playing this not last time, but the time before that. Zero? I don't... Why are you typing zeros? I don't know. There's something I'm not understanding here. Okay. But Nidoran, well, like for most 3-stage Nidoran, like the first form is probably not going to take that long. Oh, okay. I was wondering if you were like trying to speak to me in like binary or something. I was really confused, but I figured you'd probably explain it. But yeah, that makes total sense. What was it? I don't remember if like one time I like had like a Google Doc open. I can't remember if it was I can't remember if it was me or my cat. I either fell asleep at my desk and no, that doesn't seem right. I don't know. Something happened to where either like I was napping or like one of my cats got on my desk, and it was like for an extended period of time, and like by the time like I noticed it, the Google Doc was like 20,000 characters long of just like the letter W. So yeah, but I can't even remember if that was me or a cat. And then so right here, yeah, I still have it. I refuse to delete it because I just like, I find it funny, but I really wish I could remember if it was me that actually did it. Also, this is starting to go down a little too far. What's going on here? Oh, I see the problem. I'm already like trying to work over too much when that part doesn't come up until like right here. Yeah, I think this is like all the Pokeathlon music stuff. I'm pretty sure that's why it's like small jingles and stuff. And I haven't done the Pokeathlon in forever, but it was cool. I can't wait to actually like play it again when I play through Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Hopefully later this year. Okay, so now this is actually like doing like good. So this is one of its feet, I guess. One of its legs. There we go, and that goes down too. I technically already did the other one because that's the other one. It's just like so small that it's like the whole perspective thing. This is some funky music that I genuinely don't remember, but I don't mind it. Some blue there, light blue there, and then the rest of this is just white. It is like, did you ever play Heart Gold and Soul Silver? If you did, do you remember like the Pokeathlon? All of this is still Pokeathlon, but yeah, this isn't as funky. Blue. Okay, no, that's black. Yeah, no, like the what's it called? The Pokeathlon was like this facility that was located just outside of Goldenrod, like right after you fight Whitney. It was right by the national park, and basically you could like. It's basically like mini games involving the touchscreen, and you like entered 3 Pokemon in, and they like it was essentially like the Olympics in a way. Like I think there was like a relay race and like a hurdle jump, and I can't remember the other one. There were 3, and it's like if you like won, you got like points or whatever, and you could like redeem the points for like prizes at like their prize counter. It was actually like it was pretty cool and like kind of fun. But I haven't played it, I think, I haven't like done any of the Pokeathlon stuff, I think, since the game came out. And that goes like that. So this is one of the eyes, which actually I guess I don't really think you could see the other one. And then light blue there, and then the rest of it is just surrounded by white. So that's like the eye, and then this, I guess, is supposed to be the other one. But, okay, so we did all this here. We did this going up, or at least we started it. Yeah, and then there's black up there, and I can't see the rest. Actually, I can see that there's like a blue right there. And then right here, there's 2 blue, and then black under it. And this kind of comes up. And then it's kind of surrounded by light blue, in a way. Yeah, because I already did all like the white bordering. Yeah, there we go. And then I got that all settled. There is 1 blue right here, though. Oh, this is familiar too, but I don't know what this is. I don't think this is Pokeathlon. Also, I'm moving my perspective a bit so that I can see the other foot. That goes up there, and then I think this is 3. Yeah. goes 3, 2, and then 1, and then the rest of this is white. Yeah, and then there's a little thing here. No, light blue. And then 2 black. And then this is like all white up here. How much does this go up? That goes up at least 5. It goes over. Like that. 2 white, and then light blue. And that connects there. Okay. And then that's just all white. And then we need to move my perspective again. This kind of goes up to the ear. The ear's like really big. So a question that I wanted to present, or like that I wanted to, I guess, just kind of put out there is, I don't know why this version sounds sped up. I guess it probably is sped up, but I don't have the video sped up, I don't think. Is there like an official pronunciation on the different, I guess, gender of Nidoran? Like, I just call them Nidoran male and Nidoran female, but like, is that what other people call them? Do people like put the gender first, like male Nidoran, female Nidoran? You can't really like, because it's like their name, it's like their name and then like the symbol. So I don't think there's like a definitive way. Like maybe well, I was gonna say maybe the anime like clarifies it, but it's also possible that the anime's just like, oh my god, a Nidoran, and then it'll be like, oh, which one is that? Oh, that's female, or that's male. But yeah, they definitely were not thinking ahead when they thought of the Nidoran line, 'cause that kind of made everything else a bit awkward. I wonder, do they actually have the symbols in their name in every game? I mean, they probably, I think they do in the later ones, but like, I don't know if they do in, oh, you say the same as me? Yeah, okay. I wonder though, it's like, did I get that from somewhere, or was that just like my instinct to say that? Like, cause like, I don't know. Like, thinking about it, I can't remember. Either way, it definitely seems like, I mean, I guess it's not like the biggest problem for like the developers and stuff, but it's gotta be a little annoying at times since it doesn't follow like the convention of everything else. And I think, okay, it's like split between blue and black in here. And then there's 2 black there. Okay, the rest should be blue. I'll fill this in. And then I guess I'll do this closed off area because it's white. That should be good. Yeah, okay. That's white. This is all white too, but it's not closed off. What is this? I feel like almost every track I'm being hit with a new song that I've never heard before. Like, I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I definitely feel like this falls under funky though. Like, this is very funky. I have no idea what this could be too. Like, this is not giving Pokemon. I mean, maybe it is, but then I gotta move my perspective again. I think I'm almost, yeah, okay, I'm almost at the top here. 3, 4. Okay. Oh, okay, that was right. It's like that. I would check what this song is, but I don't think the video of the soundtrack I have playing lists what it is. And then blue, and then that connects with there perfectly. Okay, cool. And then, is it just white from here? Am I like pretty much? Yeah, I think I'm like mostly done. Much to fill in. This is another one that very much utilizes white, although I think it looks a lot more natural than Pikachu's does, just because the white already looks pretty close to the light blue. It might contrast a little bit more in Minecraft just because of the light blue that I'm using, but I think it definitely looks like the white, like, it's one of those sprites where you don't really like immediately recognize the white as white. You're just like, oh, that's a light blue. And you're like, actually white. And then I think we got just like this, like under the ear over here. I'm pretty rich. No, okay, we have this too. For some reason, I didn't do that earlier. And this is just all filled in, and I think that's. Well, actually, this is something. Okay, this is just white. Yeah, okay, cool. This is Nidoran female, and I honestly think that it looks pretty close to accurate. Like I said, the only thing that looks mildly off is the light blue, but I think that looks like pretty good. Okay, so let's move on to Nidorina. A name that I actually don't have to struggle to know the correct verbiage of. Also, I like another really strange song. Like I don't know what this is. I don't mind it. It's just so odd. Okay, let's get started on Nidorina. I am gonna zoom in a bit just so I can see this better. This sounds like some sort of battle theme. This could be something in the Battle Frontier, actually. Because I know Heart Gold and Soul Silver do have a Battle Frontier. Not that deal. I would also classify this as funky, though. But it also sounds very Gen 4. Specifically like Diamond and Pearl. Okay, yeah, I did all that. So this, we're starting on the bottom right with this one with like the foot. And then, yeah, this goes across 4. And it goes down 3, and it connects there, and then that should be filled in. I might go listen to this song after the fact, because I've never heard it, but it's like, it's so interesting. I feel like it should have been in like I listened to like epic Pokemon song compilations or whatever, and I've never heard that song before. So I might go seek that out. Okay. And then I guess this is like part of the foot. And then, okay. That goes up. This is kind of hard to keep track of just because it's like so checkerboardy. But if I do that, and then I can just recognize it without needing to count. There's a lot of light blue down here. So I guess now is a good time to talk about, like, I guess usage. Like, that's something I've kind of been doing for all the other Pokemon. Is that, like, I don't think I've ever used a Nidoqueen at all. I think I have used a Nidoking. Well, I definitely have used a Nidoking because I used it in my yellow playthrough. But I don't think I've ever used Nidoqueen. And I think that might be the only time I've used Nidoking. So, yeah, I mean, I know, like, Nidoqueen is, like, the more defensive of the two. I don't think it's bad by any stretch, but I definitely think Nidoking's preferred. No, that's absolutely fair. I mean, I think they're both pretty cool design-wise. I'm not, like, I don't really love either of them. I think they're both just, like, fine. But yeah, I mean, I had a good time using Nidoking. It was powerful. I mean, it's usually seen as, like, one of, if not, like, the king of yellow, so that probably helped. But yeah, I don't have a strong opinion towards them either way. Where am I right now? Okay, I gotta go down one more. Okay, I do know this song. This is, I believe, this is like one of the Frontier Brain themes. This has been in compilation. I've heard this one many times. For good reason, too. It's good song. I need to stop bouncing around though, because it's a very easy way to miss detail. That goes up 2 there, this 1 there, light blue there, light blue there. Okay, I think I resolved that. It looks so messy just like being so close, but it'll make more sense once it's done. So, Minecraft, talking about the actual game I'm playing for a second, they just released a snapshot where you could actually craft saddles now, which is pretty fun. I believe that's something that people have been asking for quite a while. Because I think they're kind of trying to increase the usefulness of, like, horses and stuff, because I guess, like, horses as a mode of transportation is, like, not very good, because, you know, like, getting a saddle up to this point has just been random chance. And then like, what's it called? Like, horses aren't even that useful for that long because you get access to elytras and stuff like that, so. Yeah, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, the saddle change is a good thing. I think that is a good thing. And I'll probably definitely take advantage of that. Although, like, towards, like, the later game, though. Yeah, the horses, like, it's kind of funny, though, because, like, I feel like way back when they introduced them, they wanted to, like, put a highlight on, like, breeding them with donkeys to make mules, so, like, you could put, like, chests on them, which is still a thing you can do, but, like, people just don't do it. Myself included, I've never done it. Just because I don't really think it's worth the hassle. I also don't think I could be wrong, but I think you need, like, golden apples or something to breed horses, which is, like, kind of a headache. So it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like there's a big point to it. But I mean, I will say though, I've used horses before and they're pretty cool. But I definitely think that sometimes they could be annoying, especially to, like, if you're trying to get them through like forests and stuff like that. I'm just gonna fill this in right here because it's like what I can see. And then, what is this right here? Are these both just white? No, this is white, this is light blue. Okay. And now, I guess I'm gonna work my way up. Where am I right now? Okay, I'm like right there. So I can go from there. Cool. Is that the right size? What is that on? Okay, that is right. It just looks wrong. 2, 3. That goes like that. And then we got 4 up. There we go. And then this is just filled up with light blue. And then 2 light blue diagonal. And then kind of like this. I don't know how far that goes, but actually it goes into here. And then blue and black. And blue again. And black lines this over here. And we are back to the songs that I've never heard in my life. I mean, I was kind of surprised when I saw the length difference between this soundtrack and Gold, Silver, and Crystals, because like Gold, Silver, and Crystal I think is like just under 2 hours, while this is like 3.5. And I was like confused, but I'm like, okay, well, it's fine because like, you know, they added a good amount of stuff anyway, so, you know. But yeah, I've truly never heard a lot of this stuff. And then I think this up here is the mouth. It's kind of hard to see because like this is like the top of my vision, but there's black that lines this here, and then blue. And then we could, yeah, we could jump over here. Well, I gotta get my bearings because there's like a lot of messiness going on down here. Oh yeah, so that's right there. This goes up 2, and then there's like a L. Goes diagonal, 4 diagonal, 2 diagonal, little L, blue. And from here to here, it's lined with light blue. I lost my place again. Okay, I found it. There's blue right here. And blue right here. Okay, now we have like... Oh, this is like the Hoenn stuff. Because there's like a radio station you could listen to that plays like Hoenn and Sinnoh sounds, I think. It's really weird hearing like Hoenn in like a Gen 4 font. But that's absolutely what this is. And then blue, regular blue lines this. And that goes up from there. Got black. A lot of alternating colors in this one. I really did not expect that. Yeah, okay, and here's Sinnoh, but they have to make it sound slightly different because it's its own generation. You know, Little Root is, will always be a really good one. I think for me personally, I'll always have a soft spot for, Twin Leaf Town from Sinnoh, just because that was my first Pokemon games, so... Like, this song specifically to me is always going to be, like, super nostalgic. Oh, and this is like the mystery gift song. I know this because I've heard all the iterations of them when like listening to the different soundtracks for working on my videos. Because there's like Gen 1 has one even though it doesn't have Mystery Gift. And then Gen 2 like has it too, but it's like almost the exact same. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to, well, I don't have to scroll over yet. Actually, there's some white up here. I can't remember if I played a Fire Red before Pearl or not. Pearl was definitely my first Pokemon game with my system and such. What's really funny about you saying that is that I am like 90% certain that my first Pokemon game was Diamond. But there are other parts of me that like, I think misremembers Leaf Green as being like one of my first. Like, I know that I got Leaf Green like early on. But I'm pretty sure that like Diamond and Pearl is what got me into Pokemon, and then I think after that, like, I got it soon after. But I think it's one of the reasons I like Bulbasaur so much. It's just that, like, I don't know, like, it's just, it's weird that I always, like, kind of, I associate Turtwig and Bulbasaur as, like, my first starters, and it's, like, sometimes, like, I can't remember which came first, but I'm pretty sure Turtwig did. I'm like almost certain it did actually. I think though once I kind of started like getting on the Pokemon train, like I was like basically asking to get new Pokemon games like anytime I could. I didn't know which ones existed, I don't think, but it's like if I saw a new one, I'd be like, I need that one. Okay, now I definitely have to scroll over. Actually, I'm gonna work on like the top left part of the head. Yeah, okay. So there's some light blue here. Okay. Sounds very legendary Pokemon oriented. Like I'm awakening Lugia or something. Which it very well could be, I don't know. Okay, well now these are like the classic Game Boy sounds. But like, slightly changed, I guess. It's not like exact, but it's very close. Your favorite non-mainline Pokemon game? Okay. Well, I think we have to make a distinguish, or like we have to distinguish somewhere, because do you consider mainline, like, I'm gonna list a couple games, and I want you to tell me if you consider them mainline or not, because it could really, like, have an effect. Would you consider, like, the Let's Go games mainline? Would you consider, Legends Arceus mainline? And would you consider, this last one's probably like the most, I guess, I don't want to say controversial, but the most probably like divided when it comes to opinions, are Pokemon Coliseum and XD Gale of Darkness. Are they mainline Pokemon games? Because it's like all the games I just mentioned have, like, their gameplay, their core gameplay is the Pokemon gameplay. It's just that they have different takes on other formulas, like Let's Go having the go catching, and Legends Arceus having like the kind of RPG style elements, and then XD and Coliseum are like, they're on the GameCube and they're not made by Game Freak, but like they're still like kind of traditional in a way. How about non-core Pokemon gameplay games? I could respect that revision. I'm gonna go ahead and say, I think for me it's gotta be Mystery Dungeon. I've played some of the earlier Mystery Dungeon games, and I've enjoyed them, not to the degree of the like core gameplay games. I also like, I can't tell you which one I like the most. The two that I've played mainly are like the rescue team ones, like the red and blue rescue team, and then the remaster, and then what was the other one? and then Explorers of Time, Darkness, and Sky. I played all those, but I haven't played anything past that. And I don't even know which one I like more between Explorers or Rescue Team. Because Rescue Team is a bit fresher in my mind because I played Rescue Team DX when that came out in 2020. But I haven't played like any of the DS ones since probably like it's been at least 10 years, but probably closer to like 15. But I always remember thoroughly enjoying them. Though. They were fun, albeit different. I think this is all display, right? I really shouldn't be filling this in now, but I'm just gonna do it. I have played Pokemon Ranger. I think I own both the original and Shadows of Almia. I don't think I ever played the original, but I did play a little bit of Shadows of Almia, and I'm gonna be honest, I just was not really interested in it. Is there another one after Almia? I can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I just never really cared for like games that like really wanted you to use the touchscreen like that. Like, I tried to get into it, but I was never that interested. Where am I here? Okay, this is up here. It's kind of funny, but like the main thing I remember about Ranger is that if you played the original one, that was the only way for the longest time to get a Manaphy in your Gen 4 games, was to like get the egg from like the special mission or whatever and then transfer it into Diamond and Pearl. I'm glad that that's not the only way anymore. But yeah, what a crazy method. And that's light blue? Yes, okay. And then black. This goes mostly all the way over, but not fully. Because this is blue right here. We have blue up here as well. And that goes over. That's black. 3 blue there. And then extends out both ways there. Oh, you're talking about Rampardos in it? I don't even remember that. Like, I think I remember like something about like a school at the beginning, and like you pick like one of 3 Pokemon, and I can't remember the Pokemon. I think it was like Bidoof, Starly, and Pachirisu or something. I could be completely wrong, but it was like something like amalgamation of those. I think I remember like Plus or Minun somewhere. Like I have a very, very fuzzy memory of it. I don't think I got very far. I'm also pretty sure that they're not like particularly like long games. Oh, you know what? They did release another one. The other one was Guardian Signs. I think I also own that. I cannot remember. They were just so similar to me, but yeah, I think Guardian Signs was the last one they ever did, and the main thing with that was like Raikou. I remember like Raikou was on the cover, and like I think the big thing was like I guess like capturing or whatever it is you do in Ranger, like with the legendary beasts. Okay, I gotta scroll over just a little bit to see like the rest of this ear. So I gotta adjust my headphones. Okay. This is like an H right here. And then it's aligned with black. And that goes like that. Okay. And this part's not done because that's still gotta connect down up there and everything. Okay, cool. And then, so we got that. That's 3. 2. That's right there, that's right there. Okay, so then the rest of this is filled in with light blue. This is definitely going to be a Pokemon where, like, as soon as I'm done with the outline, I'm pretty much going to be done with it since I filled in, like, a lot of it already. Blue right there. And then that goes up. And then there's some more right here. Like that. And then I think the rest of this is light blue. Yeah, because that's 4. That's 3. That's 2. Cool. More light blue here. And that goes across. And then it goes across here. And then 2 there. There's also 1 there. Then I'll outline the white. 2 down from there. And then that goes over. And then I don't know where it goes beyond there, but I can fill that in at least. Okay. And that gets filled in like that. Oops, that's wrong. And then light blue there. Some more white out here. And then this goes up. And this should be 1 away from the wall? Yeah, okay. Cool. No Raticate incident today. At least hopefully. There's still 1 more Pokemon to go through. And then that just goes like that. And then the rest of that's light blue. How much more do I have on Nidorina? Like, I feel like I gotta be really close. Okay, I think that's the end of the outline, and then it's just... Is this just all light blue from here? Oh, not quite. White right here, that goes out too. This goes up like that. I think it's... Yeah, okay. That's it for that, and then the rest of this is light blue. Yeah, okay, cool. There we go, I think? No. No. There's a little bit more over here that I missed. Which is why I said I should stop jumping around. Because this... What is going on here? Okay, this is just that, and then that. I was a little scared, but... Yeah, okay. That is Nidorina. I also think it looks pretty good. It looks a little bit less... like not as close to the sprite. I don't think it looks bad by any means. But you can definitely tell like a little bit of color difference, especially in the light blue. For Nidoqueen now, let's get this pulled up. Number 31. There we go. So there's a lot of light blue in this. But the good thing is that, like, it's so... Oh, I gotta pull my chat back up. It's so... A little bit... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree. Nidoqueen is... Well, it's very big. It's also very sectioned off. So... There shouldn't be a lot of busyness going on. Yes, she does. Does that go up more? No. It's too white. There's a... I was talking about busyness just a second ago, but it does start out kind of busy just because the feet are always kind of busy. Especially, like, Pokemon with like claws or talons or whatever. But once we get past that, it's gonna get just a lot more like clear. Which is another reason I just can't wait for the Gen 2 sprites, because not only do I like how they look a lot more, but I just like how they utilize colors better. I kind of prefer like the less shading in exchange to like kind of make them like pop a lot more. Plus it probably makes my life easier that I could be like, okay, well, Pikachu has, instead of like 2 different yellows, it's like yellow and red. I mean, Pikachu probably wasn't the best example since it uses like orange, but I guess like water Pokemon. Like I think Squirtle uses like a tan color for its shell. Or like maybe like a green color, I think, because it has green eyes. That just goes across there, and then this just gets filled in. And then that lines this down here. This is kind of like part of like the stomach. She has like armor, I guess. So like this is like the kind of like the lower part of that. But I should try to, actually no, I'm already doing a decent job keeping track of where the border stuff is. And then this goes up like that. And then this kind of goes down. This also goes up though. It's also nice now working, I mean, it's not going to be the whole time, but working against the brown background with like blues and stuff is a lot easier to look at than working with blues on a purple background, because it just kind of makes everything look samey. That's 4? Yeah, that's 4. And then that goes like that. And this kind of goes around it. Like that. That's only 3. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3. And then this follows this up. Except on this part right here is another blue. And then that goes up like that. 2, 3, 4. And then I can't see anything past that. And there's also that. Okay. And then from here I could work my way down. Oh, that's something that, I mean, it's not like the, I guess it's like the classic version through the DS version, but the Team Rocket theme in Heart Gold and Soul Silver will always be like fantastic. And then, like that, there we go. And this goes down 4, then 2, then 1, then 3. And then I'm gonna fill this in. This is all blue, and then the other one is light blue. I think I'm going to leave all the light blue bits until the end, but there's a lot of light blue bits. So, but I'll probably do all the regular blue ones as soon as possible. Okay, now let's get back to like the middle. How many is that? Is that 5? I think that's 5. And then blue, a blue M, and then black kind of surrounding it and going past it. That goes like there, and then this just connects with this. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That should be 3, which it is. And then we connect it over here. this kind of goes down to the other foot, but I think it's a lot less complicated. Light blue M. And that connects like that. And I already know that this is the bottom because I had it over there. But I do need to scroll over a little bit. Okay, this is just one part of the foot. I guess that makes more sense. This goes 4, 3. Kind of a staircase. I almost said like chunky M, but it's just a staircase in what I've been calling it. And then, yeah, there we go. Is that 4? Yeah, that's 4. And then this kind of goes up. I'm not going to be able to see all of it. I'm only going to be able to see right there. I got that. I got there. I got there. And then this goes over. And then that just like borders that going up. One blue there. That's all light blue. That's all light blue. There's some white over here. That goes 3. And then I think it's just like that. Yeah, okay, cool. And these parts are both good. I will fill this in right here just because it's 2 blocks. And then I'm going to scroll over a little bit more so I can kind of get started on the tail. So it goes up. Another 3 up from there. And then 2 up. And then kind of like a, I don't know really what to call that, like weird covering. 2 down, 1. Okay. There's like a whole thing right here that's like a light blue, like surrounded by other colors. So I'm gonna kind of make that outline. It's like an H, like a long H. Well, I guess not, because it doesn't like connect down. That's 4 diagonal? Yeah. I guess it does connect down, it's just like kind of like offset. 3 there. This just goes straight down to that. Got 2 up there, 1 up there. Let's go back here. There is 1 light blue just on the outside randomly here. That lines that, like that. And that goes like that. This goes all the way up and gets filled in. And then the rest of that's light blue. And then that, we got more blue the further down we go. But let's start working our way up. 1, 2, 3. Blue. Oops. Okay, there we go. One, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, because that's gonna be 4. Keep going with this border. And then this is blue. And that's 5. Yeah, because that connects with there perfectly. Lovely. And then this goes up until right there. And the rest of that's light blue. And let's figure this out right here. I might actually fill this light blue part in because I think it'll be easier. Yep, because that should just be like that, and then the rest of this is blue. And then, okay, so that's light blue, and then that's the tail, besides needing to fill it in. So let's work our way up a little bit. We may as well keep going up on this side to get the arm. Question is, okay, I think I'm gonna keep going up from here before I go down. So now we're in the purple. I was gonna say I can't see far enough over, but I actually can because I didn't realize that that was the edge. This is part of one of the hands. You have an M right here. Goes down for a while. I don't know how far that goes down, so I'm just gonna, well, I guess I'll go back down here and try to connect it. 'Cause why not? And blue. Okay, and then I think like that. And then 2 black there, and then cool. That's 3, because this one branches off and goes up 3 diagonal, and then that should just go up like that. Cool. Then 1, 2, 3. Cool. I was trying to figure out in my head what the song was, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with like Poke Transfer, like Pal Park and stuff, but I could be wrong. It also sounds vaguely Gen 3, but I'm pretty sure it's the Poke Park thing. Oh, that's another spin-off game though. That's that was fun. Is it just called Poke Park? I think it was just called Poke Park, where you play as Pikachu and well, I guess in the first game you only play as Pikachu, but then in the sequels you can switch between Pikachu and all the Unova starters. No, that was actually like a solid game. Like I have considered going back and playing that game again. Playing one of those games again. Probably honestly probably both. And there's like different skills that you have that you can level up that makes you stronger. Like you battle and you race and stuff like that. You like befriend different Pokemon and do quests for them. It's genuinely like a good game. Maybe I'll even make a video on it one day. But yeah, those are not. It's not a spin-off I think about often, I guess. But when I do, I have fond memories of it. It was on the Wii. I don't think I mentioned that. Both of them were on the Wii. But like, I could be wrong, but I don't think it used too many motion controls. I think mainly it was just like a game that you played with like the nunchuck and stuff. I don't remember for sure though. Like I said, it's been years. I don't think I've played them more than just the first time each. I do think that I did 100% them though. So I don't know if that's worth anything. So this part's like the mouth. I honestly don't really know how I got here. And I'm probably honestly gonna work my way back. Where? Okay, so there's this right here. there. One piece of black there. Also right there. And then this is just all blue. I can't see beyond that. I know there is white below that though, but any other? Okay. Do like the claws. I don't know why I didn't before, honestly. Like that. We got some more blue to do. Oops, that was wrong. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The colors alternate more than I thought they would, honestly. Okay, and this is kind of a mess up here. I don't really know what's going on here. Well, there's 3 up from there. Okay, no, this could be easily figured out, because this is just filled in. Then we got 3 black going across, and then blue. 2 black down here. Blue like that. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. It should be 5, and then there's another one that makes it go 6. And that's where that is, okay. And that's 4. Does this just connect with this? I guess it does. Yeah, okay. And actually most of it, I guess, is down there. Yeah, it should be like that. And then that's good. And then the rest of this right here is black. And now is probably when I'm gonna have to... Well, actually, there's a blue part in the hand here, so I want to do that so I don't have to worry about it later. Goes up by 1 there, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then like that. Cool. I will fill this part in since it's dark blue, but the other part is light blue, so we will leave that for the end. Good. Okay. It's starting to... She's starting to take shape. Okay. I actually think... Let me look at this here. Let's... Oh, it's easy to get lost sometimes. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna work towards the top. Kind of in the same direction I've been going. Yeah, okay. So we got this right here. Some blue on top of here. Like that. We're almost at the top, but not quite. But we're gonna be there pretty soon. Perfect. Then this is the nose right here. I may as well work on the eye. Little light blue eyebrow, I guess. Well, I guess this is probably more so the eyebrow. This is just the space between it. Both of these go down 3. Black right there, blue right there, blue right there. And there's more blue over here, but I don't know the exact spot yet. More across, 1 down there, right there, and the blues are right there. Lovely. Okay, so that's the eye. Funnily enough, from here it kind of looks like a Lapras. We're far ways off from Lapras. I didn't realize that I had already done like parts of the mouth over here. Actually, no, I do remember saying that. Yeah, so this goes 3. Okay. Oops. That goes up there. And connects with there. It kind of makes like an M. I'll do the light blue here because there's not much of it, and it also like marks the mouth, like the opening of the mouth. And then 3 black here because we got 2 blue up here. 2 blue up here, 3 black, 1 blue, 2 blue. Goes down 3 and then 1 blue. Entirety of this is just filled in with black. Well, so I guess actually the light blue would be the tongue. It's not the opening of the mouth. And then I am gonna have to change my perspective in a second. Once I do this part here, because I could still see kind of what's going on here. Then that's just all light blue. Alright, let's move over. Okay. Goes up here. Then dips back down. Kind of makes the shape for the claw. I think that goes right there. Did I? Yes, okay. I did that correctly. Like that, and then there's another shape just like that right here. All of them have light blue in it. And just to be clear, is this the edge? Yeah, okay, it is the edge. Just want to make extra sure of that. 3, 4, and then it goes like that. So technically 5. And that goes like that, and that kind of connects to here. Is that right? Yeah, okay, no, that's right. It just looks wrong. 3 white. 4. I am gonna do the light blue here since it's not like, well, I was gonna say it's not super clearly defined, and then I realized that I kind of defined it with the white up there. Did I do that all right? Actually there's one little part I missed. Right here. There we go. Some white right here. I think this is pretty much just filled in. Yeah, because that's 4, and then, okay, yeah. Like that. Cool. Okay, let's go back to the hand and do the blue part. How many is that? Is that 1, 2, 5? That should be 4. Yeah. And then this is all just regular blue. Okay. And then that's that, so we can keep working down from here. And that goes like that. to there. Then this part right here is blue. And then this part here is light blue. That's light blue. Let's look at the breastplate. It looks like still have more detail to do. Blue up there, and then there's also like a white shine on top. Okay, that's that one, and the rest of that's light blue. And then everything above that is blue. And then I gotta connect this properly. Which shouldn't be too bad, because I've already done most of it. Yep, that easy. Okay, and then this does come down here. But no more than that. Okay, this goes until it'll be filled in by 4. And 2, then like that. 1 right there. And then the rest is filled in. Okay, so is that like all the outline stuff? I think it is. I think all I need to do is just fill in the light blue. Right? No, I do see a part where I need to fill in just regular blue. Which is right here. Yes. Okay, now I think it's just light blue. Okay, yeah, this right here is air. This right here actually is blue. And then this is light blue. Okay, so I'm gonna start filling in light blue stuff. And then there's more up here with like the ear. And then this continues on over here. Sometimes staring at this for too long makes it look like gray, which it kind of does look grayish, but it's like, I mean, you know, you use what you have. Goes down there. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah. Okay. And the other one. Then I guess I'll do the leg. I'm kind of just bouncing around here. But it all needs to be filled in anyway. So yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to use a Nidoqueen in the future. Like, I'm not opposed to it, but I don't know if enough opportunities is really going to present itself. Because yes, there's a lot of Pokemon games, but at the same time, there's a lot of Pokemon. Especially, I guess, other ones that I'd be more interested in using. So, at least as of right now, I don't plan on using a Nidoqueen. If they made like another remake Kanto, I think it'd be pretty likely that it'd be used. Especially because I would need an early route Pokemon, since I've already used the 3 starters, Primeape, and Nidoqueen. So it's like my only other option. Oh, I've also I'm using Pidgeot too. So it's like I'd have like Fearow, Nidoqueen, Butterfree, and Beedrill. Like, oh, I guess Raticate. But like past that point, I wouldn't really consider anything early game. But I think all those Pokemon that I just mentioned you can get before, or like immediately after. Well, I mean, I guess no matter what, they're all post first rival fight, but they're still pre-badge form. I think the thing that sucks though is that I think all of the Pokemon I just mentioned are like not very good against Brock. Like, funnily enough, like the only Pokemon that are really good against Brock are like Mankey. Like, I guess you might be able to get double kick on Nidoran. I don't know if you get it that soon. But like Mankey, Bulbasaur, and Squirrel, like the only good ones. Well, I guess if you get a Butterfree, you get like Confusion. I don't know how when you get Confusion, but I guess that's another option. But if Brock does have any rock moves, which I don't think he does on like in Red and Blue, but I think in Fire Red Leaf Green he does. Okay, that's another spot that we need to do. Then it wouldn't be bad, and Butterfree could like clean through. But yeah, I don't know. They'll probably make another Kanto remake. I don't know. When Let's Go came out in 2018. They'll probably do one maybe by like 2030. Is that another spot? No, okay, that's the air spot with these leaves all over. Okay, I think we're done. Yes, this is Nidoqueen. Definitely looks like probably the most different from its like actual sprite, just because of the light blue and like the amount that's used. But I don't think it looks bad by any stretch. It just looks a little more grayscale. But yeah, no, I think overall they turned out to be pretty good. I think the light blue terracotta actually makes them look like a little scary in a way, especially Nidorina. Like, it looks like it's telling like a campfire story or something. But either way though, that is the Nidoqueen line, or Nidoran female line, or whatever you want to call it. Typically I'd call them by their final evolutions, but I think with the way I've been doing the thumbnails, I've been doing the first form. So that's why I'm a little jumbled on that. But either way, another successful stream. Also, I didn't break any glass. I was like, there were like 2 times where I think I almost did, but I managed to break just like a block instead. So that's that. We are almost done with our 4th row. Next time we will, that will definitely happen. Because next time I will be doing the Nidoran male line, which will bring us a bit into the 2nd row. And then after that we got, I don't know what I'm trying to say. We have more 2-stage evolutions, but it looks like they're split into 2s, so that should line up well. Either way, I don't think there's anything else I want to say. I should be able to stream next week, but I think I said that last time. So we'll see. I will make a post about it probably on Tuesday. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. Chalk, thank you for tuning in and chatting in the stream. You very much kept me company. And yeah, thanks again, and I hope to see you all again